Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to our third day of remote learning. We all are working from home. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I thought it might be fun to share a little bit about what I did this weekend. So this is where I'm set up for remote learning. I've got a little picnic table out on my back porch. I've been sitting out there answering your grown-ups emails and posting things as I need to, and that's where I'm getting my schoolwork done. This weekend, the boys and I built a fire pit out back. We figured if we're home and we have all this time and the weather was beautiful, we might as well tackle some of those backyard projects. So that's what we did this weekend. We built our fire pit and we had fires every night. It was a lot of fun. So here is what you guys are going to be doing today. So we have a new morning message that you're going to be working on for the next 2 days. After that, we have a read aloud and readers workshop. I'd like you to continue doing your stay-at-home reading challenge as part of your independent reading. Writer's workshop, you're going to keep on working on that Leprechaun book. We've got guided reading, center activities, social studies, and today I want you to work on your MAPS review packet, pages 5 and 6. So for our morning message, we have a new letter today, and I'm going to go ahead and read it for you now. And remember that with these letters, we're just filling in the empty parts. So of course, at the top, I need you to fill in the date. The letter reads, "Dear Happy Helpers." Now, remember what punctuation goes after the greeting? It's missing in this letter, so make sure you put it in there. What does it mean if March comes in like a lamb? It means that the weather on March 1st was gentle like a lamb. What kind of weather is gentle? Sincerely, Mrs. Brenton. So in that letter, it raises an interesting question. What kind of weather is gentle weather? And I think this letter is really fitting because we had some pretty gentle weather this weekend. So I want you to think about what that kind of weather feels like and describe it for me in that box below. If you have time today, I'd like you to also do this part, but you can also save this for tomorrow. So in this activity, you're going to brainstorm a list of adjectives to describe the shark in the picture. Remember, adjectives are describing words, and we use our senses when we're trying to come up with describing words. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? So imagine what you think this shark might feel like or smell like. Describe what he looks like and fill in those bubbles around the shark with some good adjectives. Then I want you to find an object in the room and name 2 adjectives to describe it. So you can do that right on your packet or on a fresh piece of paper in your guided reading notebook. So again, just find something in your room. Maybe it's a toy, maybe it's a favorite blanket, maybe it's a favorite electronic, and then write 2 adjectives to describe it. We also have days 3, 4, and 5 to go with that comprehension passage that you had from last week. So remember, there was that story and you answered questions for day 1 and day 2. Here, I'd like you to answer day 3. So what did Kyle do as soon as he woke up? Why was he so excited? And how long did it take to build the fort? You should be able to answer all of those questions from reading that passage. So go back over to day 2, reread that passage, remind yourself what happened, and then answer those 3 questions. For Reader's Workshop today, you're going to click on this YouTube link to listen to a read aloud of Swimmy by Leo Leone. So far you've read 2 of Leo Leone's books. Today we're going to be reading a 3rd. Before you listen to the story though, I want you to make a prediction about what types of sea animals you think Swimmy might see in the ocean. So think about what you already know about the ocean and what types of creatures you might see if you were a fish swimming in the ocean. Then, as you're listening to the story, think about why Swimmy was able to get away from the big tuna. How was he able to do that? After reading, tell your mom and dad who the narrator was in the story. Is it a character in the story or is it the narrator? For guided reading today, I'd like you, if you are not reading a chapter book, to go back and reread the book that you read last week. If you are reading a chapter book, go ahead and read the next chapter. After that, I want you to choose a writing prompt from the writing menu and put it in your guided reading notebook. Remember that when you put something in your guided reading notebook, date at the corner, write down the question from your menu that you're answering, and then answer the question below. After that, you can pick from one of the activities that you have not done so far as your center. You can do the word sort if you haven't done that already. You can practice typing your sight words. You can play a math or a reading game. ABC Ya is a good free one. You can draw pictures in your journal of synonyms or antonyms, or you can grab a favorite book and look for those diagraphs. Again, these are the same centers from last week, but I want you to pick a new one that you haven't done yet. For social studies today, you're going to be learning all about Frederick Douglass and what he did for America. So you're going to watch the video below, and after watching, I want you to grab a clean piece of notebook paper or go right to your guided reading notebook, and I want you to draw a Venn diagram. And I have a picture of one here for you to remind you of what a Venn diagram looks like. And I want you to use this Venn diagram to organize your thoughts as you compare Frederick Douglass to Martin Luther King Jr. What did the two men have in common and how were they different? So you're going to have to remember all of that great stuff we learned about Martin Luther King, and I know a lot of you kept reading about him afterwards. So use what you know, show what you know. You're going to put Martin Luther King's name on one side of the Venn diagram. Remember, you're listing all the things that make him different from Frederick Douglass. Then on the other side of the Venn diagram, you're going to list all the things that make Frederick Douglass different from Martin Luther King Jr. In the middle of that Venn diagram, I want you to write all of the things that the men had in common. What was the same about them? So that's all you have for English Language Arts and for Mrs. Brenton today. I want to remind you that if you want to check in with me, whether you want to talk to me on the phone or you want to FaceTime or Skype, you can ask your grown-ups to go to my sign up and pick a time for you. There are not too many slots, but there are a few available, and they're all the early morning ones. I have a feeling you guys aren't waking up too early, and that's okay. So I might have to come up with some afternoon times. But if you do wake up early and you do want to check in with me, I would love to see you and hear from you. So ask your grown-ups to go to that sign up by clicking on that button below. And finally, I had a fun idea. I thought it would be fun to share our videos or pictures with our friends of the different things that we're doing while we are home doing our remote learning. So lots of friends have been sending me great pictures, and they bring such a smile to my face that I thought it would be fun if we did that for each other. And I made a little video kind of showing everybody what their friends are doing during remote learning. So if you want to participate in this and it's okay with your grown-ups, ask your grown-ups to take a picture of you doing your remote learning and then have them email that picture to me. And also in that email, let me know that it's okay to put those pictures in my videos. And then I'll make a video up and post it on YouTube. And that way we can kind of see what everybody's up to while we're all at home during this remote learning time. So anyway, just a fun idea I had. I hope you all are doing well. I miss you terribly. I hope this doesn't go too much longer, but at the same time, I hope that you are enjoying that time with your families because I'm sure your grown-ups are enjoying that time with you. So stay healthy, stay helpful, and stay calm. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care.